Hey, what's going on, guys? James here, bringing you another YouTube video. And this one, you're probably wondering why there's no face cam. I normally have face cam in almost every video now. But that's because this video is a sort of, actually, more than a year in the making, as last year, September last year, before 2K19 came out, and that's WWE 2K19, that is. Before that came out in the month in September, I made a video called My Dream WWE Games Trophy List. And then there's actually quite a few similarities between what I said in my dream trophy list to what we got in 2K19. And the video I'm making specifically here today is I'm going to take what I said in my dream trophy list, compare that to both 2K19 and 2K18. And I'm doing that because today, at the same time I'm recording this, I just got the Platinum Trophy in 2K19, symbolizing that I've done literally everything there is to do in 2K19. And of course, I record the PS4, so I can't record like the trophy list or anything. So that just means there'll be screenshots. You'll be seeing what I'm looking at. But yeah. So first and foremost, we should probably look at what 2K18's is, just to like refresh our minds. So we'll put that in the original order. So naturally, as always, every WWE game has all trophies earned. And then for 2K18, they had You Just Made the List, which is win a match against Chris Jericho. This way, please throw an opponent out of the ring using the grapple carry, which was new for 2K18. Shane, is that you? Make an opponent fall off the trailer, the 18-wheeler in the parking lot. Legit Boss, win a match as Sasha Banks. Jim Duggan, use all 4 carry positions in a single match. Cairo Appointment, slam your opponent onto the steel steps, take it backstage, finish a match backstage, which was carried over from 2K17. Title Shot, attack your opponent using the championship title, which had been in for a couple years at that point as well. Made the Hard Way, perform 3 major reversals in a single match. I think that had been in other games, I can't remember though. Show Off definitely had been in other games, as perform a crowd or opponent taunt. Pay Attention, successfully pin a distracted opponent using a leverage pin. That, for the longest time in 2K18, was glitched to hell and back, but finally a patch had come out and it made it a little bit easier, but still very difficult to get. Finish it with the Truth, win a normal one-on-one match in less than 60 seconds. Beating the Odds. Escape an elimination attempt by 2 superstars in the Royal Rumble. Or, it doesn't specifically say the Royal Rumble, so maybe it could be the Battle Royal. Or any Battle Royal. Stronger and Stronger. Receive 3 rollout buffs during a Royal Rumble match. That's literally, once you roll underneath the bottom rope, just don't do anything until your guy gets up on his own. Yeah. Food Fight. Slow your opponent by throwing something from the catering table. Perform a successful diving attack from the forklift operator. Hope you have insurance for that. Perform a car OMG. By any means, successfully knock your opponent off their feet using an equipment box. Hot, hot, hot. Perform a hot tag, which was the first year of the revamped hot tags, which, by the way, I am not a fan of. Catch and Release. Catch and carry a diving opponent. Who's next? Eliminate all opponents in an Elimination Chamber match. Glorious. Win a match as Bobby Roode. Monster Among Us. Win a match as Braun Strowman. Ashes to Ashes. Win a match as Goldust. Go Hideo. Win a match as Hideo Itami. Modern Day Maharaja. I can't roll my R's, so I can't make that sound good. Win a match as Jinder Mahal. I'm Not Like Most Girls. Win a match as Nia Jax. Kingslayer. Win a match as Seth Rollins. And they had a lot of the trophies for just winning as one person. Except for You Just Made the List, where you had to beat Jericho. Because, you have to make the list, obviously. Road to WrestleMania, Universe Mode. Win the Royal Rumble and get a world title at WrestleMania. AKA just win the Royal Rumble and then with anybody. And then win either the Universal or any title that in 2K18 was designated as a world title. Future of the WWE. Another Universe Trophy. Cash in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania and win the championship. And that's any title, actually. But there was that, and of course, calling back to Seth Rollins, even though it's got a Baron Corbin End of Days Lone Wolf picture. That's really weird, actually. Woman of the Year, WWE Universe. Win or defend the WWE Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Control Freak Universe Mode. Play and complete each match on a show's match card, meaning you have to play and complete every match, as I just said. That was pretty self-explanatory. Snickers. Hunger to Win is greater than hunger. That would have been in for a couple years, or at the very least 2K17. And WWE Universe Play and Win 50 matches. That's been in for a few years as well. In fact, that's been in a lot of years, now that I think about it. Then we had some more just win a match as a certain superstar trophies, and that's too bad. Win a match as Carl Anderson. Yes, yes, yes. Win a match as Daniel Bryan. I'm pretty sure there's a trophy in 2K19 that's titled exactly the same because of the Daniel Bryan showcase. Thank you, Taker. Or thank you, Taker. Universe Mode plays Roman Reigns, beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, just like at 33. WrestleMania 33. Fashion Leader, use the custom championship and win a match. My path starts here. My career, complete the tutorial. Welcome to the main roster. My career, complete your first match in Raw or SmackDown. No autographs, please. Win a match as The Miz. Locker Room Rookie. My career, complete 1 side quest. Locker Room Leader, complete 20 side quests in My career. On the right track, My career, reached level 2 on a career track. The face that runs the place, My career, reached level 10 on a career track. WWE Veteran, My career, complete the main story. Ringmaster, Road to Glory, win 100 matches in Road to Glory. Man, oh, you know what? I have something to say about that, but I'll hold off because it applies to 2K19 as well. Anyway, Star Collector, Road to Glory, qualify for a pay-per-view event. Big Draw, Road to Glory, win a main event. Gauntlet Runner, Road to Glory, complete 10 challenges. On my way to the top, Road to Glory, reach level 10 in Prospect. Which, by the way, can I just say, I'm so glad that for Road to Glory in this game, they got rid of freaking the challenges after you qualify. In 2K19, of course, you can just gain enough stars and qualify, and you can do the matches for the pay-per-view event. Thank God for that. Anyway, again, on my way to the top, Road to Glory, reach level 10 in Prospect. I already read that. And the last trophy was Teamwork is Fun, win a team-up match. And of course, 2K19 did not have that trophy, as it didn't have a lot of the trophies in 2K18, as it did have less trophies in the list to begin with. And that was also, as far as we know, the last year for the team-up match trophy. Teamwork is Fun. But yeah, I remember not being a fan necessarily of this trophy list, in all honesty. Mainly because of the Road to Glory Ringmaster trophy. Win 100 matches. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I did the win 50 matches in 2K19's Road to Glory, and even that was freaking ridiculous. It felt like a major grind. But I did it, and the reason I did that, the reason I wanted to get the Platinum in 2K19, in all honesty, was just as a respect thing for Ukes. Purely out of respect for Ukes, because 2K19, as we know now, is their last WWE video game. After having developed the series for damn near 20 years, I just said, you know what, out of respect for Ukes, I'm going to do every possible thing I can in the last WWE game that they make. And I did. And I got the Platinum for it. So, but that was the trophy list. A lot of just like random win a match as a certain superstar. Super easy stuff to do. But there was some like pretty difficult stuff, in all honesty. And there's some stuff that just is super grindy and that just doesn't necessarily seem fair. And because of online trophies, this trophy list is officially, the Platinum is impossible to get now. Because the servers have been shut down. But there's that. Now let's look at, I'll pull up 2K19 now, but I'm going to look at my dream trophy list now for WWE games. Or what I said last year, anyway. So I said, of course, the Platinum, always have the Platinum, all trophies earned, keep that, that's fine. But then I said, I only wanted one online trophy in Road to Glory, which is just win 15 Road to Glory matches. Now, of course, the Platinum's is still there, all trophies earned. And for 2K19, what we did get we got more than just that for online. But what we got wasn't that difficult, in all honesty. We did get the win a certain number of matches in Road to Glory. We got 2 of them, actually, and win 15 Road to Glory matches. Was not one, it was win 10 and then win 50. So there's the similarity there. At 50, I did it. It wasn't that bad because after you qualify for a pay-per-view, you no longer had to do anything extra like before you could actually play the pay-per-view event, which that was just lovely. And there was a way that if you since you had 10 slots for micro characters, if you could literally just create freaking 10 characters and play like all the matches on a pay-per-view event in Road to Glory with all 10 characters, and that would count for all your wins. So for Hell in a Cell, I did it for Hell in a Cell coming up, the event in 2K19. I just made 10 characters and played all 3 matches on that on the pay-per-view event in the game, and with all 10 characters, got the win, and that counted as 30 wins. So it was great. And of course, win a pay-per-view event was the only other online trophy, so not a lot of them. And that was also Road to Glory, of course, win a pay-per-view event. And that was literally just, you have to win one match, which is against the AI. And people say the AI was more difficult. I honestly don't think so. It wasn't. The only time that I got frustrated was really in the very last match, which was for this Hell in a Cell event, was a triple threat Hell in a Cell between your character, Roman Reigns, and Eric Rowan. And literally, the only annoying thing was video game Roman Reigns. Seriously, that was the only annoying part. Because every single time, the only time that I lost was in that match, and every time that I lost was I had Eric Rowan down. I could have won, but before, like I say, I hit my finisher, and before I could do anything, Roman just like blast me with a spear out of nowhere, and it sucks. It sucked every time. And there was one time where Rowan pinned Roman and got the win when Roman still had plenty of health and resiliency, and he didn't use resiliency, didn't kick out at all. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Because I had to replay the match at that point, and that sucked. But anyway, that's a tangent. Then I said Towers trophies. We did get Towers trophies. And the trophies for Towers actually weren't that bad, in all honesty, for 2K19. I had 4 of them. Defeat the hardest tower, which there was one, which in this case it was AJ Styles' $1 million tower. I said defeat all towers. There was nothing like that, which thank God, because there was too many towers with my player towers and 2K towers. There were just so many towers. Thank God they didn't have that many. Thank God they didn't have the trophy for defeat all towers. Then I said defeat 50% of the towers. Again, thank God. Well, then again, yeah, thank God, because I have almost every single my player tower beaten, but the only actual 2K tower that I beat was the $1 million tower. So, and then I had defeat a tower, and I think that's 2 trophies actually. Yeah, there's 2 trophies. One for 2K towers, complete 1 tower, and then one for my player towers, complete 1 tower. So again, still a lot of similarities there. Universe mode, we had quite a few. Actually, we didn't have that many universe trophies, but now that I think about it. Again, now that I think about it, we didn't have that many to begin with. Because, did we only have 1 universe trophy? Yeah, we only had 1 universe trophy in this game, which is strange. And that was just the normal Snickers hunger to win is greater than hunger, play and win 50 matches. And I didn't have that on my dream trophy list. But I actually, there's a funny story with that trophy. Tyson and I literally got that trophy in the middle of recording one of his episodes of SmackDown for Universe mode. And it's just like, well, Tyson, thank you for helping me get that trophy. We had no intention of doing that, but we were just playing, and it popped, and I was like, well, that's great. Well, I didn't say that during recording, obviously, because that would have been... We played characters trying to be realistic, so that would have broke immersion. Anyway, you get the point, I'm sure. Anyway, that was great. But the trophies I had for the Dream Trophy list was win a Royal Rumble match on Legend difficulty, win Money in the Bank on Legend, be a sole survivor at Survivor Series for your team, win in the main event of WrestleMania, and win a 5-star match in the SummerSlam opener. And we got nothing like that, so no similarities there. Then I said career, and we did have my career trophies, obviously. And again, we didn't have that many to begin with. We had, for like the more story-driven linear story, we had complete chapter 1, complete chapter 4, chapter 10, and chapter 14. And that was it for my career. And I said, make it out of the indies, which technically goes hand in hand with some of the chapters. So, yeah. So that kind of is similar. Win your first match with the WWE. I mean, technically, again, that falls into some of the chapters. Win your first title. Again, that falls into the chapters. And either win the WWE title or win the Universal title. Again, in my career, we do win the Universal title. So it's not a trophy in particular, but again, it does fall into the chapters of things you do. So the only thing that's not really... The only thing that doesn't have any sort of similarity is win the WWE title, because as Buzz, we didn't stay on SmackDown long enough to get a WWE Championship opportunity. Which, now that I think about that, who in the blue hell was the WWE Champion for SmackDown in my career? Because it wasn't AJ Styles, it wasn't Jinder, it wasn't Randy, it wasn't Cena, it wasn't Kevin Owens, it wasn't Sami Zayn, it wasn't freaking Bobby Roode, it wasn't, like, who the fuck was the WWE Champion? Yeah, anyway, I'm not going to question it anymore. But again, there were some similarities there with the story and the trophies I would have wanted. Showcase, we did have a couple of trophies. I think the trophies we got were almost pretty much exactly the same. In all honesty, I think they were. Yeah, pretty much. I said I wanted the typical trophies we got for Showcase: complete 50% of the objectives, and then complete 100% of the objectives. And they're really similar. Clear your first match, and then clear all the matches. So yeah, pretty freaking similar. But yeah, so there was that. And then I said I wanted two general exhibition style trophies, and that's complete one match in every match type, and win 30 times with one superstar. Both things very attainable. We didn't get anything like that, but what we did was we got a lot of like just random exhibition trophies and stuff showing off the new game modes, like the new Steel Cage and Hell in a Cell and stuff like that. The new paybacks. And again, we got a lot of stuff like that. Got stuff for the new overcharges in my player. And besides that, the only trophies I need to talk about are, let me think, for 2K19. The only trophies I need to talk about, I think, are just like the my player trophies that I haven't talked about so far. And that's like reach prestige rank 2, but you'll do that naturally. Unlock your first sub-style, you'll do that naturally. Spend your first overcharge point, you'll probably do that naturally, or you should anyway. And then other than that, it's like we had a random trophy of unlock 80% of the tutorial archives, which is super easy to do. Perform and win a match with cell shading enabled, which is just go into create a show, and turn on the filter as cell shaded. Boom, done. And then make a block superstar. Now that one, again, that's super easy to do. Just create a superstar and say you want a block body. Boom, done. So yeah, super simple stuff there. And of course we did have some stuff from carryover to 2K18 where it was like win a match as a certain superstar. This game we didn't have anywhere near as many, but we had Andrade, Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and I think that might be it. Yeah, I think so. That indeed was it. So again, like, we had a lot of stuff for just showing off the paybacks, which is using instant recovery, poison mist, run-in, using your beast mode, overcharge in my player, blackout ability, and hitting your finisher immediately after activating it, using the tank buff to minimize damage for your opponent's finisher, using the auto reverse 3 times in one match, using the low blow to slow your opponent down, and of course you can even do that just to get DQ'd as well. It doesn't have to be like ref knockdown or something. Win a match with a possum pin. That was actually pretty tricky, just because a lot of times the opponents don't want to stay down, so I definitely recommend if you go for that trophy, put it all the way down on easy, and maybe even turn the sliders all the way down completely. I'd definitely say probably do something like that. Just like guarantee, like, once they're heavily damaged, you can do the possum pin. You can let them beat the brakes off you activate it and get a win. But in the end, we had another, like, the Overcharged Charge Fury Strike maxed out. That was the last trophy I got for the Platinum, actually. Again, simple. Really, that was actually really simple to do. Use Move Thief to steal your opponent's finisher and defeat them with it. Use Resiliency twice with a single superstar in Royal Rumble. Now, that was annoying until I was literally just in a party on PS4 and just freaking playing the game out of nowhere, talking to my friends, and like just got it out of the blue. I was like, well, okay, that was weird. But yeah, it's very annoying, but it's definitely doable, and it's not that bad looking back on it. Using the Electrifying Overcharge as well, earn 100 momentum from it. Again, that's really simple to do. Get DQ'd using Power of the Punch, the Brass Knucks, in a title match. Put your opponent through the cell wall. Of course, I'm sure you can do that with the OMG moment, but you can also just throw your opponent freaking constantly into the wall. By God! Put your opponent through the top of the cell. That's something that if you do play Hell in a Cell matches, you probably want to do anyway. Steel Cage, escape through the door. I love the feature of escape through the door. I freaking love it. Now, I wish it was a bit easier to actually attempt to leave the door, because it feels like you have to freaking hold L1 by the open door for, like, I don't know. It feels like you have to hold L1 for like 10 seconds for that, like, to register going out the door. And then I wish it was a bit harder to escape, honestly. Or at the very least, I wish it was easier when you start the mini game for the opponent to pull you back in. Because I frequently find myself just literally, by the time I try to escape through the door, I mean, granted, I'm really good at button mashing, so I just button mash to hell and back, and boom, I escape. So I wish it was a little bit harder to escape, or to escape through the door. Slam my opponent against the cage with a hammer throw. That's actually really fun. I like the way they worked with the steel cage and the hammer throws and stuff. As Braun Strowman slammed the Big Show through the steel cage wall. That's actually pretty epic, but it's not something I find interesting enough to do. So after, like, I've literally only did it for the trophy and haven't done it again. Pushing your opponent off the top of the cage, that's cool when you actually get it to work, but it's so situational that it's not going to happen often, because honestly, if you do it with the AI, which is how you need to do it to get the trophy, I mean, the AI is never going to actually climb up with you. They're going to immediately try and pull you down. So that sucks. So you would literally have to... So I think the way I got it, honestly, was I let the computer climb up, then I went up, made sure they couldn't escape, made sure I interrupted the minigame, make sure they couldn't escape, then I climbed up, and then I just freaking beat on them on top of the cage, and then threw them off. That's the way I remember doing it anyway. Steel cage hit an opponent with a diving attack from atop the cage, and of course it's got a picture of Jeff Hardy, because of course it does. But, I mean, that's just fun, honestly. Just make sure you're actually playing as someone who can dive off the top of the cage. Steel cage, slam an opponent against the cage wall using the carry system. Again, that's really easy to do. Just make sure you're playing as someone who isn't a cruiserweight, really, pretty much. Win a title by cashing in your customer bank. So that was a little bit tricky, I remember, because you can't actually do that. So you have to do an exhibition. I mean, you might be able to get away with it in Universe, but the easiest way to do it is literally, you have to give someone money in the bank and then set up a title match. And before you confirm it, it'll tell you that, it'll tell you something like you're cashing in the money in the bank, going for the title this way, and that's the way to get it. Again, we have the 2 stuff for showcase, the clear one match, clear all matches. Complete 1 tower. Andrade, Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly just win a match as those 4 guys. Complete 1 My Player tower. $1 Million Dominance. Complete AJ Styles, $1 Million tower. My Player, the sub-style tree, Prestige rank 2. Spend your first overcharge point. 50 matches, 10 matches in Road to Glory. Win 1 match at a pay-per-view event. Super easy to do. Clear chapter 1, 4, 10, and 14. Universe, only 1 trophy, win 50 matches, unlock 80% of the tutorial archives, perform and win a match with stellar shading enabled, and then create a Minecraft character in 2K19. Pretty much. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities to my dream trophy list, actually. And I actually really like the trophy list for 2K19. It felt really fair, in all honesty, with the only thing that I just didn't like being the win 50 Road to Glory matches. Because I know I said for 2K18, 100 was way too many. They shouldn't have had 100, and that was way too much of a grind, and no one truly wanted to do that. I guarantee it. But at the end of the day, I did it. I did it. But yeah, that was 2K18, 2K19, and my dream trophy list from a year ago. There's a lot of similarities between 2K19, and my 2K19, my dream trophy list. 2K18's I hated. 2K19's I actually really liked, besides win 50 matches in Road to Glory. But I'm coming up on about 6 o'clock where I live right now, meaning that it's about time for Hell in a Cell to start. And I'm not doing predictions for the show. I already made a video about that, link in the description. And yeah. And my computer, the Pulse's watch party's already started, so I'm gonna say goodbye. And until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.